Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to discuss the next part of cyber threats and cyber security. That will be network security tools and services and protective measures while accessing internet. These two topics I will be discussing today. My first topic is network security tools and services. You all know internet has emerged as a prime tool for sharing resources and accessing data. An exponential growing number of users are using it with good and bad intentions. Yes, maybe you are using for your online classes, internet you are using for online classes, online shopping, maybe for useful work, but same internet is used by other person also having bad intention for hacking your data, all such informations. So you cannot predict, my dear. You never think that the person who is just in front of you or sitting next to you, he is having good intention. You cannot think. Whatever it is coming in his or her mind, we cannot predict. He can misuse your data. He can delete your data. He can share your data with others. Maybe for earning money, whatever it can be. So whenever you are using internet, you must have to be very careful. Understood? Time to time, we have to change the password. Maybe weekly. If in case you are using today, yes, any work on in cyber cafe and you thought that no, someone has yes seen my details who was at the back, so immediately you change your password. In whichever circumstances that you find out that no, my password must be changed, you must, but try to use your own laptop or PC whenever you are having your confidential information to be shared to any person, please. Now, everyone accessing the internet needs to be aware of the security issues and take protective measures to address the same. Now, one by one, I'm going to discuss. First one is your firewall. Understood? So, what is a firewall? By this word, you can understand a wall with a fire. Understood? Now, actually, what is the main use of this firewall? There are two types of firewall, my dear: hardware and software. Understood? Hardware, that is present in your routers, like the big companies, they are having this type of, yes, a firewall, and that firewall you are having in your Windows also. Okay. Now, what is a firewall? Main, the firewall aims at protecting the internal network of an organization or home or individual from malicious traffic from external networks. If I'm having my own network in this room, and whichever the outside data that are coming to my networks, yes, that all will be checked. And if it is having the genuine datas, having the authenticated datas, then it will be allowed in your network, yes, to see. Okay. A router or a computer may be installed, my dear, between the external network and the internal network. If suppose I'm sending my data to someone, so this is my external, that means my data. But when it will come to you, how your data, this outsider data will come to your network? Through the router, whatever the devices that you have used, through those devices it will come, my dear. Firewall, my dear, actually firewall inspect the network traffic and and allow, my dear, only that data to pass through the network that does not violate the security constraint, my dear. Hardware firewalls in the form of router prevents malicious software from entering your network from outside the network. However, my dear, software firewalls installed on personal computers prevents unauthorized access or malwares. I have already discussed malwares from gaining access to personal computers. So these protections you can have, my dear, so that no outsiders who are going, yes, to trap your data, going to find out your data, going to steal your data, cannot be able to be success in gaining those data from your network. Okay, now the next part is antivirus. You know, we all are having antivirus because we are not knowing that whichever the files that we are downloading, whether that file has the malicious software or not. How it will be checked? Only one is the medium, that is your antivirus software, which will detect whether it is a malicious software or the genuine software, and according to that it will allow it. Even time to time it just give warning to the user also that which the software you are trying to download, it is infected by this virus, so that you are alert. Understood? So when I'm talking about the antivirus, so what is antivirus? It is a software. Understood? See, malicious programs that are viruses that you have, that is also a software, but this is a malicious software. But when I'm talking about the antivirus, it is also a software for helping you, my dear. So what is a software, antivirus software? Antivirus is a software that aims to protect your system, my dear. Understood? Against whom? Malicious, unwanted programs. Okay, it is responsible for detecting these malicious program by searching and removing them to keep the system protected, safe also, my dear. Your antivirus software operates by maintaining a database of malware's definitions, which are automatically updated. You listen, my dear, whenever you are thinking that I got my antivirus software and I already scanned my PC today, no need to have my scanning of these all files, softwares, applications next day. No, it must be. You can fix your time, but not only that, you have to update it also, so that the new viruses definition that will be added, my dear, in the database of that software, because you are knowing that every day viruses are created. So the companies, I'm talking about the Quick Heal or whatever pieces, many antivirus softwares are there. These companies, they have these all remedies of these all viruses, and they all define this one in the database, and how this database can be transferred to your own antivirus software only by updating it. So you time to time, yes, you must have to update it so that your system will be free, my dear. Okay, now the next part, that is cyber law. Understood? See, actually, this is other thing. This refers to many other things. Cyber bullying, cyber stalking, many are there. Okay, frauds. These are the frauds, my dear. So if it happens, then you have to give this report to the whom? To the cyber cell. Okay, I will discuss first the cyber law. Now you can see what is cyber law. See, various cyber laws have also been enacted to prevent cyber crimes and take action against those involved in such crimes. This law defines the action that would be taken against people committing the offenses. Okay, listen, my dear, for cyber security, my dear, yes, an amendment in IT Act 2000 named IT Information Technology Amendment Act 2008 was also introduced, my dear, and the act also defines offenses and penalties for cyber crimes. If those who are committing, yes, this type of offense, my dear, okay, cyber police are responsible for detecting such cyber crimes and taking the necessary measure against it according to which act. You know, earlier we were having IT Act 2000. Understood? Now there has been some amendment in that one. And a new same, that is IT Act 2008, in which these all things are added. So what are the things that are added? That if anyone is doing this one, they have the penalties. Understood? So even they are sentenced to whatever the years, 7 years, 8 years in jail. So these all are defined in that IT Act 2008. Now, the next part, that is protective measures while accessing internet. Okay, these three we have already understood. Okay, now some more precautions we have to take it. So what are that? One by one I am going to discuss, my dear. Now first one, you see it. Never click on a suspicious link specified on a web page or sent through a mail for which you are not sure about its authenticity. You know, this type of mails you'll be getting in the spam box, where you are directed to go some other places, where you will be asked such all informations. These are the part of phishing also, you can say it. So if you think that this type of links is not useful for me, never entertain. Yes, delete it. Next one, make sure that passwords are strong and are changed frequently. Listen, some of the person, they are not aware. They think that I will give the password 1 2 3 4 5, that is enough. Anyone can track it. Anyone can crack your password. So this type of password should not be given, my dear. These are the simple password. This is called weak password. Okay. So password are the means for authenticating users, checking the valid users, thereby allowing access to the network system. Students, weak passwords have smaller length, are subjected to be cracked easily because it has 5, 6, or 7 digits maximum. If you have given all the numbers, easily it can be. So you have to use the, yes, alphanumeric, yes, letters as a password. But the password should not be complex, my dad, that today you give and tomorrow you will forget. No, it should not be like that one. Okay, wait. So one should also avoid passwords such as names, mobile numbers, or date of birth. We know what do we do? We give the password as a bike number, a mobile number, date of birth, yes, your name. Never give this type of password because anyone can know it, because they are familiar of these all things, your bike number, your car number. So never use this type of password. So otherwise, if you are going to do this, anyone can easily crack it. Understood? Password should be strong, having long length. Long length means not that 200 letters you will use it. Understood? It will be 7 or 8 letters, no problem. Understood? And include characters such as number, alphabets, small, capital, and if possible, then punctuation sign also, so that no one can crack your password easily. Clear? Now, the next part, never disclose personal information such as date of birth, home address, personal phone numbers, account details, password, credit and debit card details, work history details. Never. These are your confidential information. So never try to share it. Even your bank asks that we are going to update the software. So for that, for verifying, yes, you must have to give your debit card number, your net banking user ID. Never give it, because bank says that we never have such type of call for asking such type of information from the customers. Never. So don't do this. Next, report phishing issues to the concerned authorities or at cybercrime.gov.in. In case of unsolicited emails, mark them as spam mails. Understood? Already I discussed. Either yes, mark this one or you delete it. Listen, phishing is what? Which will let you to go to some other places, some other websites. There it will ask certain informations. Yes, and that certain informations can be your date of birth, mobile number, address, account number, whatever that were. So if you are trapped, then you must have to inform to the cyber seller. Or you have a site, cybercrime.gov.in, and there you can file your whatever the problems that you have, that you can file it there over there if it happened. Okay, now next one, ensure that the web browser being used for accessing the web is updated and is secure. Yes, one thing, please keep it up, because these days many of the users, they are not doing it. They are not updating their web browsers, because updating web browser means more features, more security features will be given to you. So you must have to update your web browsers. Be selective while making friends on the social networking site. You know, nowadays what happening? We want that number of friends should be more. Even anyone give the invitation. Yes, you accept it. Never. Don't. Because you are not aware about these people. Maybe there can be the hacker sitting over there whose intention is to harm you. So if you know, then you add it. Otherwise, remove. Do not send or accept friendships request from any unknown users. Also, trust the authenticity of a message only if you are sure about his audition. If you know that the person who is having this, yes, or asking me for adding the friend request, understood, whether that a person is a genuine person or not, you are knowing it is my friend, yes, then maybe you can add it. Because sometimes, even those names which you are knowing it, they comes with the fake also. So you have to understand it. Next, do not post any offensive contents on social networking sites, as it may leads to a criminal action against you. Yes, if anything that you have posted, and if any society or any group of people, they are hurted by your pictures, by your videos, then you will be in problem. That is also the violation of the rules. Next, be aware before spreading any kind of a rumor, as it may be treated as a cyber crime. So don't have the rumor. So if you are having this type of rumor on the social networking site that this minister is going to have such type of ceremony, or going to, yes, or have abuse someone, even it not happened, and this type of videos you have uploaded, even you have done some editing in that video and uploaded, that is also a cyber crime. So you must have to be very careful. Okay, the next part is, if someone is harassing or threatening you, take snapshot of it as a proof and complain to the cyber cell or to the site administrator. That means, if suppose anyhow your Facebook, there you see unknown messages that are coming and that is disturbing to you, then there will be cyber cell, but you can first you approach to the site administrator and have your all your issues, so that, yes, action will be taken against those persons. Now, the next part, use updated antivirus and firewalls, secure browsing and password management. Yes, already I say your antivirus must be updated time to time. Your web browser also to be updated. Your firewall also to be updated. Understood? You should have your encryption technology, so that whenever you are sending your data will be encrypted. Even anyone will know your data cannot read it, because your data is encrypted. Now, make sure that the website address is properly spelled. Like I'm saying CBS, SBI. What is the site? www.onlinesbi.com. But the hackers, they have this type of website, and what they will use, instead of that .com, they will add .in. That is www.onlinesbi. Instead of com, they will use .in. So whenever you are using this type of website, you properly check it, its ID, understood, whether it is the same or not. Because in a hurry, what happens, we see, oh, online SBI, no, click on that one and start using giving the user ID and password. No, if you give it, yes, everything will be recorded, and maybe it can harm you. Whatever your hard money you have, that will have transferred to unknown account. You cannot say anything, because you have done the mistake. Because there may be two websites with almost the same, one being a phishing website. Last one, delete cookies periodically. Now, first of all, you have to know what is cookies. If I'm saying cookies, a cookies is a small piece of information. It is what? A small piece of information about the client browsing a website. On receiving a request from a client, my dear, the server records the client informations such as domain name and the registration ID on the server. Understood? The domain name and the registration ID on the server side in the form of a file. Understood? And the server sends these cookies along with the response requested by the client, my dear. At the client side, the browser stores these cookies received from the server in a directory, and you know that directory is called as cookies directory. By obtaining access to these cookies, my dear, hackers or crackers, whatever you can say, having malicious intention in the way you can say, may gain unauthorized access to these websites. So that's why cookies should be deleted. Yes, occasionally along with the temporary files. Yes, that is stored on your system. Either it is the laptop, it is the desktop, or your smartphone during web browsing. Not only that, if you will delete it, your net speed also will be fast, my dear. Not only your system will be protected, even your speed, yes, also will be fast, my dear. So these all were the topics. Yes, I hope you all have understood. Thank you, my dear.